Hello everybody, it's your boy Sabas back on another one, and in today's video we will be going over the top events of 2024 for each month. The best events each month this time instead of the worst. So let's really just get into it. But before we get into it, I'd like to apologize for how long it's taken me to post this video. It's been 3 weeks since the first part, which was the worst events of 2024. And nobody wants to end this year off on a sour note. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go ahead and talk about the best events here. Not to mention, you guys should be receiving 2 new videos towards the end of this month as well. So probably like the 30th and the 31st, you should be receiving 2 new videos. And then on the 1st, you will be receiving New Year's New Me Part 2 for 2025, where I'll be going over all the new changes to the channel that will be happening. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. All right, then let's start off with January. January started off pretty weak with the New Year's event, but it got better as soon as we got the first true event of the year, which was a calm day. January calm day being for Rowlet. It was a pretty good calm day. I enjoyed playing it, but we also got some pretty good normal events like Lustrous Odyssey, Taken Treasures, even Dazzling Dreams a little bit, I think. But I gotta say, the event that takes the cake and has to be the best event of this month has got to be the Raging Battles and Go Battle Week Timeless Travels event. This is a fused event where they kind of nailed Go Battle League events, where they fuse Go Battle League events with Go Battle Weeks, Go Battle Days, and just events that force you to battle if you want good rewards. Personally, I quit PvP for this year. I'm gonna try doing more PvP next year, but I'm going to stick to that 1 PvP video per season format. But still, this was a pretty good event. I enjoyed it. They released the Nihilape, which was broken at the start, and they nerfed it literally a season later. So what was the point of dropping this Pokemon if you were just going to nerf it? Either ways, it doesn't matter. They kind of just nailed it when it comes to that event and stuff. The new PvP Pokemon being in the wild, and then you're able to battle PvP to get good rewards. I'm pretty sure every single PvP game mode was available. So yeah, it was just overall the best event of the month. Oh great, then let's get into February. In my personal opinion, this is one of the worst months this year. Somebody brought up something extremely interesting in the comment section of my last video going over the worst events of 2024 and said that I should have put Enamorous. But here's the thing, Enamorous isn't listed on this page as an event that happened. It happened during the Carnival of Love, which yeah, I guess, like, so if I was going to count Enamorous as the worst event, I would also have to take into account the Carnival of Love. Since they happened at the same time and Enamorous wasn't listed, that means that that event is a part of the Carnival of Love update. So since the Carnival of Love wasn't really that bad of an event and Enamorous was the only thing holding it back, I had Sinnoh take it. But in terms of good events this month, obviously it has to go to the Lunar New Year's event. It was very good. I love the Drampa release and I love that it dropped shiny. We all completed a worldwide challenge, which got us extremely good bonuses. It was overall a fun event, and it was the most fun I had playing Pokemon Go that whole month. Yes, I had more fun playing that event compared to Sinnoh. That's how bad the global Sinnoh was. Also, I'm not counting in-person events. So if you're wondering why I didn't say, oh yeah, the Pokemon Go Sinnoh Los Angeles, it's because that's an in-person event, so I cannot count it on this list. Okay, to March, an actual good month. March was an extremely tough month. A lot of these events are extremely good, so it was very, very narrow. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was definitely contemplating it being Primal Kyogre and Groudon Raid Day and the Verdant Wonders event, but I decided to go with one of those 3, being Primal Kyogre Raid Day. Primal Kyogre is an extremely meta-relevant Pokemon, Normal Kyogre is an extremely meta-relevant Pokemon, and Shadow Kyogre, which was literally released in January, I'm pretty sure, is also an extremely meta-relevant Pokemon. The whole Kyogre line that you can get in Pokemon Go is very meta-relevant, so this event was kind of necessary if you wanted XL candies and candies to get more powerful Kyogres. Not to mention that it has an amazing shiny, both Primal and Normal. It's also a very good Pokemon to have a Shundo of, and your chances of getting a Shundo were higher. And I did 20 raids and got 0 shiny Kyogres. Nice. But still, this was an extremely good event, and I saw many people enjoying themselves, so at the end of the day, I viewed this event as a success, even though I wasn't that successful during it. Ooh, April. The fact that we got a month like March and then directly afterwards got a month like April is so weird. Okay, April doesn't really have that many bad events, but it also doesn't have that many good events. Mainly Sustainability Week, complete utter letdown. The bug out event was just all right. I liked it personally though. So the obvious choice is the Sizable Surprises event. The calm days weren't even that great. We got freaking Bellsprout, man. Bellsprout, bro, are you serious? Oh my god. And Bag On for the classics, which is just oh, wow, this was a tough month. I also took a week-long break, which luckily that whole week, which was my birthday week, there was barely any content in Pokemon Go. So luckily I dodged a bullet this month, and the best event was definitely Sizable Surprises. Even then, it wasn't really that crazy of an event. All right then, when I look back at this month, May this year, I go like, it wasn't a good month, but it also wasn't necessarily bad. The best event though has got to be Ultra Space Wonders. It was the only event that didn't let down in some type of way. The Flock Together Research Day was good. I guess you can also count that one if you want. But we also had Catching Wonders, which didn't really feel like, an event. Obviously, that just felt like, oh yeah, here's the Master Ball for people who can't pay for it or have money to pay for a Master Ball. Yeah, here you go catch a bird with it or something. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was extremely sad when I found out Catching Wonders would not have any spawns that are special, because I was hoping Voltorb would be spawning and it would be shiny boost, but no. Or I was hoping we'd get a Pokemon that has a Master Ball cosplay, but no. With that, it definitely has to be Ultra Space Wonders. It was a good wrap up for the season, and overall was just a fun event to play. June was pretty good. I liked June. June was amazing. There's a lot of good events in June. A matter of fact, I feel like if they didn't have Elite Mega Rayquaza Raid Day, it actually would have been the perfect month of Pokemon Go. No bad events, no bad things going on, but it was just the end of that month that was so absolutely chaotic, man. Honestly, it was a pretty fun month. It's actually tough once more to pick the best event from this month, but I definitely gotta say it's definitely the 8th anniversary party event. This anniversary event was very good. We had Meltan spawning from the box again, shiny, and I got 2 of them. One ran away, but I got to keep the other one at least. Yay! Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want more info on that, you can go to my channel and watch my video on the anniversary event, and you'll definitely see why this was such a good event. It was actually one of the most fun events I'd played in a while. Speluntra's Coves was pretty good, Scorching Sands was pretty good, the Calm Days were pretty good. Overall, was just a pretty good month. Alright then, let's get into July, the best month of Pokemon Go. And the glaze will indeed be justified, I promise you. This month had amazing events like Aquatic Paradise, which released Shiny Ducklet globally, despite the fact that if you wanted Shiny Ducklet as easy as possible, you'd have to go to the New York Go Fest. If you were a free-to-play player who didn't want to fly all the way to New York, guess what you could just do? You could just grind the game, try and find a Shiny Ducklet normally. Not to mention, during the inbound from Ultra Space event, we had all the Ultra Beasts raids, absolutely amazing. We also had a bunch of egg hatches from GoFest, which a lot of people got Shiny Jangmo from, so congrats to you guys. And then we had the obvious best event of the month. Yeah, I love the Ultra Unlocks a lot. Lucario was extremely fun to play. Strength of Steel was also just a very good Steel type event, and Better Together was alright. But Pokemon Go Fest 2024 was amazing. I felt alive while playing it. It felt like back when I started the game, where I was just curious about everything and I just couldn't wait to get up and play. Honestly, it just brought back my love for the game and my passion, and it kind of solidified what I was doing with the channel at the time. So obviously this event means a lot to me, so I'm going to have to say that the best event of July has got to be Pokemon Go Fest 2024. By the way, Dustmane and Dawnwing's Necrozma, can you please nerf them? They're making raids too easy and I want a challenge. All right then, August. Once again, it's another very tough month. We had Adventure Week, which was good, but then Adventure Week taking over was just all right. And then we had a Shadow Raid Day, which I have no idea what Pokemon it was for, so I know it was definitely not the best event of the month. It was probably for Lugia though. Just a wild guess. Honestly, not gonna lie to you, I definitely gotta pick Pokemon Worlds. If you went to the in-person Pokemon Worlds event, good for you, not counting that. But still, the normal version of the event was still pretty good. I do feel like the in-person version was also amazing, and I feel like I like the fact that Pokemon Go did an in-person event where you don't have to buy a Pokemon Go ticket to participate in the in-person event. Just going there gets you bonuses. It's just overall, I think, a pretty good type of in-person event that they should do a lot more with just random events, encouraging people to travel, even though it's not a real in-person event. Obviously, we did still have some pretty good stuff like August's Community Day Classic, which was for Beldum, and I did debate choosing that, but I decided not to because I just didn't play that event enough to really care. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, Beldum Calm Day is overhyped. That's my personal opinion. All right then, September was a pretty tough month. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was a very good month overall and kept up the train of just good events each month with only one real bad one. Honestly, I do have to say though Dynamaxes were pretty cool and seeing them get dropped was amazing, the best event has to be the Go All Out event. A new generation getting released in Pokemon Go always hypes up the game and brings more excitement to it. Not to mention, they had recently teased that we were getting a special event in November, so hype was at an all-time high. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this event was just very good. The starters were pretty cool. Like I said, I like Gen 8 starters a lot because I love Sabo, he's amazing. But overall, it was just a pretty good event, releasing Shiny Wooloo and Shiny Squovit. Not to mention, it was also getting us ready for the release of Dynamax Pokemon with the first Dynamax research. So technically, yeah, the Go All Out event is the event that released Dynamax Pokemon. What in the stutter? I'm keeping that in. All right then. October was an extremely tough month to pick the best event. I was struggling so much that eventually I just came to a conclusion that maybe there isn't a best event in October. It's finally the month with no misses. All good events. Oh yeah, the Magnetic Study event is here. Yeah, it's obviously the Galarian Expedition event. That's obviously the best event of this month. I'm not even gonna lie to you. People who say that this event is bad are just lying to themselves and you. The spawns were good. We got four new legendary releases, shiny, and it was just amazing. It was kind of preparing us for the final event of the season where we'd get 2 more shiny releases, which is just crazy. Honestly, we got Zama Zentai, I'm pretty sure, and then all 3 Galarian birds, and it was just insane. It was a crazy time to be playing Pokemon Go. That's all I have to say. It was just insane. Four new shiny legendary Pokemon released in the same event at the same time on the same day is just insane, man. Like, best event of the month, guaranteed, bro. It was a crazy time to be playing Pokemon Go, and everybody just so happy with the game at the moment. November is a very weird month. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually kind of surprised when I saw this month's lineup. I thought that some of the events were pretty good, definitely not the Harvest Festival, but overall it was a pretty enjoyable month. And obviously, the best event of this month was the Pokemon Go Wild Area event. For a new event, it was actually extremely fun to play. The gameplay was extremely unique, the new Pokemon dropped were actually pretty cool, and overall, it was just very enjoyable as a Pokemon Go event. All right then, the last month for today's video has to be December. And this month had some pretty good events. I would say Adamant Time could be a competitor for the best event, but overall, it was just all right. It wasn't anything special. We also had Catch Mastery Ice, which was just straight up a bad event. I don't care what anyone says. Winter Wonderland, I don't even remember what that event was about, and I literally read up on what it was about before I made this video and automatically forgot. That's how bad it is. So I don't care enough to go over that one. It's definitely one of the easier ones because there's barely any amazing events and stuff. Holiday Part 1 and Part 2 wasn't really that great in my personal opinion, so it definitely has to be December Community Day. Having all the Community Day Pokemon, which for 2023, in my personal opinion, was one of the best years for Community Day, come back in one single event as a recap was amazing. It was extremely fun to hunt Community Days that I didn't really play fully, or I didn't really get the shinies of that I wanted. And this year, I also feel like the Community Day Classic was pretty good, which is why I made a video on it, and it should be up in like a few days. But still, at the end of the day, this was just the best event of this month because overall it was just the most fun, and it was nice to hunt Community Day Pokemon that I missed out on. Alright then, we're heading to the conclusion. I would like to say that this video was extremely stressing to make. Necessarily, it's the fact that I started working on it like literally 3 days after it was due. So it became extremely tough to work on, but yeah, it was very fun to make either ways. But now I'm going to go over, in my personal opinion, the top 5 best events for Pokemon Go 2024. Starting off with number 5 being the Pokemon Go Wild Area event. Number 4 is going to be Primal Kyogre Raid Day. Number 3 is going to be the Lunar New Year's event for 2024, which was the Year of the Dragon. And number 2 is going to be Galarian Expedition. Number 1, the best event of the year, in my personal opinion, has to be GoFest 2024. So with that, that's going to be it for today's video. And before I sign out, I would like to say that the best event of the month, in my personal opinion, during this video is my personal opinion. At the end of the day, you can have your own view on it. You can view Sinnoh as one of the best events ever. Meanwhile, I view it as probably one of the worst events we've experienced in Pokemon Go. But with that, it's going to be the end of today's video, and it's also going to be your boy Savlas signing out. Peace, and I'll see you guys in the next one.